Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. I've just got done casting a Harry Bash first semi-final. If you haven't been paying attention, or you don't particularly care about the Harry Bash, then shame on you. Go watch it, it's awesome. And for those of you who have been watching it, yes, the semi-final should already be up at this point, and it was very awesome. So if you didn't watch it, definitely do go watch it, because yeah, it was awesome. So yes, now that I've plugged my own channel for about a minute or so, we can actually start getting into this video. But then again, as somebody just commented like literally 5 minutes ago on my channel, they just said nothing really happened in the first 5 minutes. And I gotta agree with them, I really do, but I simply cannot fast forward to like the 5 or 6 minute mark of the game and just start casting then, because yeah, I mean, you need a little bit of ramp up time, introduce the players. Look at that, we haven't even introduced the players and it's already near the 4 minute mark. So yeah, bullshit does get you a long way in StarCraft 2 casting, just like the real world. If any of you guys out there are especially good at bullshitting, you know I'm telling the truth. You can bullshit your way through absolutely anything, whether it's you know, your job, your relationship, all that sort of crap. You just bullshit your way through it. Maybe, I don't know, relationships too much, maybe that doesn't work, but your job, definitely you can bullshit your way out of almost anything, depending on what job you're in. I'm in IT, so we do a lot of bullshit all over the place. As long as your code's okay, then the rest of it is fine. Other jobs, I'm not sure. If you're like a construction worker, I don't know if you can bullshit your way out of that. You know, if a beam falls out of a building, I'm not sure how bullshit is going to help you there. Anyway, very exciting game. We've got a ZvZ. This is the first time in a long time I've cast a ZvZ. And I'm very excited about it because ZvZs are awesome. This Ling just got owned. Anyway, let's introduce the players. So up the top right side of the map, it is Mr. Golden. He is 20 years of age, from South Korea, plays for the Alien Invasion team, otherwise known as AI, which is very clever because, yeah, it's aliens and it's artificial intelligence, and I don't know how that's going to help him play Zerg though, although Zerg are technically aliens, but then again, yeah, well, they're both Zerg, they're both aliens, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. And the other player is, of course, Mr. VortiX. He is 20 years of age, from Spain, plays for Team Millennium. And yes, he was actually in Mouse Sports up to about June this year and then switched over to Millennium. So pretty nice stuff. I gotta say, I've missed ZvZ. At some point, I developed a love for ZvZ that no other matchup can take away. And it's just the early game. The early game is so much more exciting. There's actually probably a million things I could have said so far in this game, just because it's ZvZ and all that shit actually matters. Whereas with Terrans and Protoss, it's just like, meh, build a couple of oracles, you know, whatever, who cares, it's not really going to matter end game. But this shit matters. So anyway, let's have a look. Let's do a bit of a catch up. So we've got a bunch more Lings for VortiX. He's building a bunch of Lings. He's got Ling speed. Mr. Golden already has Ling speed, so that's pretty good. We've got Roaches coming out for both players. We do have a Roach warrant out for Mr. VortiX so far. And Golden is currently building a Roach warrant. You've got a Bailey Nest coming out for VortiX. Golden does not have it, so it looks like VortiX going for a bunch of stuff. He's got a fairly heavy Ling presence. He's going for Bailings as well, and he's got his Roach warrant out a little bit sooner. Neither player is really building Roaches at this point, although it looks like they're both going for Roach ranged attack. Where's my income going? Golden has got a lot more income right now. He's got a third base out as well, and 13 more workers. But in terms of the aggression, not as much, although he's pushing out the Roaches a lot faster, whereas VortiX is just purely concentrating on Lings, trying to make it happen nice and fast. There we go, the Banelings opening up the gap. More Evo Chambers though, and the Banelings, oh, the Queen's going nuts on the Banelings, trying to natch it out, but there we go. The building has gone down, and the wall, which Golden was hastily trying to construct, has been destroyed. The Lings are free in the map, but whether or not they're going to be able to wipe out all these Roaches is, I think, a fair certainty at this point. Although Roaches keep getting pushed out. Golden continuing to produce the Roaches though, and the Ling's not really hitting too many workers, mainly just trying to get the Roaches under control at this point. But they are doing a pretty good job, and VortiX not really building a ton more Lings at this point, so his time for actually taking out the workers is rapidly running to a close here. He's almost just attack moving in there, but now he's going nuts. on the workers, going to try and kill as many workers as he can before his force is absolutely destroyed. And there we go, he's finished off. He's going to back off. He's facing Golden, who has a third base. He wasn't able to destroy the bases, but he was able to destroy quite a few workers. And at the same time, he has re-macroed. The reason he wasn't sending any lings over was because he was busting out a ton of workers early on. He's looking very, very good. He lost a ton of lings, 51. Banelings on the units lost only count if they're destroyed. If they blow themselves up, they don't count, which is nice. 51, killing 11 roaches and 15 workers. So, and 2 queens. Very, very nice play from Mr. VortiX there, and now he's definitely in the lead, although Golden has pushed back nice and hard on the worker count. And we will see. Doesn't look like he's going to try and counter with his forces. He's got 5 roaches versus the 7 that VortiX has, so he never really went over and beyond building a ton of roaches, which was fair enough because he was just facing lings anyway. So why would you build 50 billion roaches just to deal with a bunch of lings? You know what I mean? You don't. If you're going ling versus ling, you tend to overcompensate just in case your opponent is sending reinforcements. And if they're not sending reinforcements and they stop sending them, you end up with a massive army of lings. And then you have to sort of go around and counter. Otherwise, the lings are just not really pulling their weight for that point in the game. So, yeah, but with the roaches, didn't really build a ton of them. So, the countering is not really, but we're going to see. I mean, Golden pushing back on the workers quite fast, and the fact that he has a third base really helping him out. VortiX just now getting that third base, which is going to give him a bit of a disadvantage in this game, only getting that up a little bit late, so his macro is not going to be there. We can see army size is about the same, although Golden is pushing back a little bit faster here, and it looks like VortiX is going to be working on the upgrades a little bit faster, though. He's already got level 1 weapons. Golden just now almost getting level 1 weapons, but VortiX almost getting level 1 armor, and he's getting that. So macro wise, he's a little bit behind, but he's catching up. He's got the third base up now, so he should be okay. And Golden is looking pretty good. What do we got? 18 over 17, 60 over 58. So VortiX is catching up, but Golden has a little bit of a lead at the moment. Do we have any lead in terms of anything else? Do we have like a Hydra Den or something coming out here? We've got a macro hatch, which is good. Where is... No, it doesn't look like Golden has pushed out too much with his slight macro advantage. Looks like he's just holding on, building a huge army, doing some good stuff. He does have a whole bunch of minerals here, so he maybe needs to redistribute his gas spending. We can see before that even though VortiX had much less mineral income, his gas income was where it is now, and Golden's was a little bit less, so he wasn't fully mining the gas as much as he could be. But we will see. Unit-wise, 28 over 26. But once again, these guys are with only 1-0, whereas VortiX does have 1-1, and he's definitely going to be pumping these out. Level 2 armor just started out right now as well, so it's just sort of messing around time, I guess. Just sort of playing around, seeing what you can get away with, seeing what you can spot on your opponent's side. The Overlords, the Overseers, so crucial at this point of the game to spot when the roaches are coming, because this is a massive amount of roaches. They can destroy a hatchery in about 2.5 seconds. So knowing where the roaches are is crucial. If you don't know where the roaches are, then you are screwed. And if your roaches are over here and this base gets attacked, you're going to lose that hatchery. No doubt about it. Once you lose that hatchery, you are basically dead in the water. If you lose that third base, there is no way you can get back from it. So there we go. It looks like Mr. VortiX is going to move in, and he's actually managed to get a small group of roaches behind. They are going to go see what they get attacked here. There is one roach and a couple of queens, so they should be able to hold off a little bit here. Meanwhile, we've got a main offensive coming in here. VortiX does have the upgrades. He's got level 2 weapons. He's timed this perfectly to go in with level 2 weapons. A little bit of a concave facing there, so he did pull out. The roaches are being a pain in the ass. Needs to get an overseer down here ASAP to kill these guys. But he's got a bunch of roaches over here to deal with that. Warping in an overseer now, so he should be fine. Choosing not to push in with these guys. He's got 2-1. He obviously didn't like the location well enough. Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen. Hydra. No Hydra's Den for either player. So it's still looking like it's just straight up roach play. VortiX going for a 4th base. Let's see if he can hold it. He's having to deal with burrow roaches at this point, which is quite annoying. The roach is sweeping across. He sees them. He's going to instantly move off and take them out. Looks like he took out those roaches. These guys as well. Doing a pretty good job. It looks like they're going to burrow down here, try and save themselves as long as they can, and the Overseer is in the vicinity, so should be able to wipe those guys out fairly soon. Roger's coming out once again. We've got 2-2 for Mr. VortiX. However, Mr. Golden just getting level 2 weapons. However, he's got no armor at the moment, so that is a sizable advantage for Mr. VortiX right there. Quite sizable, and here he goes. He's got a little bit of a concave, actually quite a concave. Golden getting a concave of his own. He's got this high ground advantage, which allows him to wrap around a little bit, but VortiX, the upgrade is definitely paying off. And Golden actually building a crap ton of roaches. They're both building a crap ton of roaches here, but I think the upgrade advantage is just too much. We're now 19 under 31, and Golden is going to have the reinforcement advantage because he's building stuff so close, and that might be enough to see off this attack. Maybe, we'll see. There's a bunch of roaches being burrowed over there, but they're finally getting killed off. Burrowed roaches, Golden using them quite well in this battle. There he goes, he's just seeing them off and getting the hell out of there. There's an Overseer waiting in line just in case these guys decide to burrow and make a run for it. And yeah, there we go. Bunch more roaches just running in everywhere. Oh man, that's annoying. But here he goes, he's going to move in, he's going to try and have a go once again. 59 over 48, so Golden losing quite a bit of roaches. Just doesn't have the upgrades against VortiX. He's got some very decent macro. 63 over 53 actually, so those roaches, those burrowed roaches, been killing quite a few workers, definitely making themselves known, but I think the upgrade advantage might see VortiX through here. I just do not know though. Golden can build more roaches. He's got that income advantage, and he's nearly got level 1 armor, and if he get level 1 armor and he has that income advantage, it may be enough to see him through this, but I just do not know. Got another attack going down there. The roaches killing workers. VortiX not even trying to stop them. He's throwing everything at this attack that he possibly can. And Golden trying to hold on. If Golden can make this happen, then he is... I think if Golden can hold this off, he's going to be an excellent, excellent situation. But if VortiX takes this out, then that is it. Game over. So he's pushing in as hard as he can. More roaches coming in. The numbers are 37 over 12. It's down to 9 now. I think this is it. I think Golden has lost it right here. The massive amount of roaches coming out for VortiX are just lasting so long. Level 1 armor is out, but it's just too late. VortiX has the numbers. He's got the upgrades. And yes, he has taken this out. So that upgrade, the armor, is just so potent. So very potent against roaches. The roaches are a heavy damage critter. So they're not like Marines where armor just makes a million times more difference. Roaches, it doesn't make as much of a difference if you're going against Marines, but damn, it's still made a hell of a difference. And really, really nice play by VortiX. The armor carried him through. I mean, Golden had a macro advantage, but the armor carried VortiX through and came out with the victory. So, grats to him. Oh man, I gotta start casting more ZvZs. I gotta start finding more ZvZs. These games are so insane. They're like down to the wire. You very rarely see that with other matchups. Well, you do see that with other matchups, but it's just so much more apparent. It's so much more often that you see this crap going down to the wire in ZvZ because it's absolutely nuts. There's no counter play. It's like in other matchups like TVZ. Every unit's got a counter. This unit counters this counter. This unit counters this counter. This unit counters this guy. Blah, 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 blah. ZvZ, there's no counters. No counters at all. Really. There's just not. You got roaches, you got hydras, you got lings and banelings. And that's basically what most of ZvZs are. And it's not about counters at all. It's about numbers. It's about macro. It's about precision attacks. Getting that concave. The concave can be the difference between life and death in a ZvZ. I've seen it so many times. You get a good concave, you win the game. It's as simple as that. It's crazy the levels they get to in ZvZ. Oh man, I love this matchup. Got to do more of it. So anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching this game. I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one, assuming this video manages to get uploaded correctly. If it doesn't, then instead of watching this, you'll be watching some 10-minute long game, which I cast in like 5 minutes. So anyway, we will see how it goes. We'll see if my internet holds on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned.